Good day and welcome back. Welcome back. See, y'all thought we wasn't gonna come back, huh? If you were holding your breath, you better catch it, cause he might not be all right. Cause we're back. We're back, and we're gonna be back every Sunday at least for the Vibe Tribe. We're tapping in. This is season 4, episode 3. We can't believe it, but we are so happy to be here today, y'all. We're gonna get right into it. We have got quite a topic that actually, in hindsight, is right on time and also at the same time a little overdue, right? So let's talk about it. Yeah, let's get in there. Let's talk about the truth about us, as in we're going to share a little bit about our story.
And also, just for the ones that have been here and kind of already know us, we just so you know, we had a little viral moment on Instagram.
It actually wasn't a little one. It's a pretty big one. It is. I'm gonna say it is because it is currently happening as we speak. So, thank you for bringing that up, because how could we not mention that right now?
Yeah. Guys. So just to go based off of what she's saying, basically to say is we're gonna tell the new people that don't know us our story, because you know when you're in the hindsight of everybody on social media, some people are not going to understand where we come from or how either she looks or me, however I look. But yeah, it's going to be good or negative. I don't really care about what nobody has to say at the end of the day.
Period.
I'm always going to do me. So yeah, basically, just statistic wise, we posted a video.
Wait. First to start, we just got Vibe Tribe that's been here. We started in October of 23.
Yeah.
I can't believe time's flown so fast. It doesn't feel like it's been that amount of time already, but it's been since October of 23 that we started this podcast, The Real Talk with Kas
and Kai.
Right. And obviously we are now in February, first quarter of 2025. And we're just returning after, we were present in 2024, but 2024, at least I can speak for myself and say that 2024 was a year of, I don't want to say isolation, but for, I guess, a lack of a better word, I was doing a lot
reset,
of,
kind of like absolutely. A rebooting.
Absolutely. A reset, a rebooting, and it was a lot of soul searching, which required and showed up in my life as being isolated, because it was something that was, taking place personally. So we didn't show up as much as we wanted to in 2024. So again, we are just returning because we have a lot of new Vibe Tribe. So just want to preface what Kai is about to say and take it away with by saying that when we just came back, it was literally last Sunday. Right? So what we do, guys, Vibe Tribe and new Vibe Tribe, true Vibe Tribe, is we post on Sundays.
We post the episodes on the audios.
I'm sorry, we record on Sundays.
Yeah, we record on Sundays. We post the episodes on Spotify. The
YouTube.
Audios of us talking on Spotify on Sunday, and then the following Monday is when we post the actual videos on YouTube. Right. And then all little clips throughout the week of the episode. But the Sunday, you get the audio version of the podcast episode on Spotify. On Monday, you get the actual video version of us on the episode on Monday on our YouTube.
And that's great that you say that, because that is the main thing, guys. A lot of people that are new here, new Vibe Tribe here, met us and came across us and our podcast in general through our IG or our TikTok social medias, right? Because
mainly our Instagram.
Correct. Right. But we want to preface that also by saying is that our main thing is a podcast. So obviously you're here right now. Thank you for coming. This is our main thing. And so we just want to bring it all together. One thing that I'm so happy that we started with when we started in October of 23 is we were like, our main thing is a podcast, right? But we understand as we're building this brand and our channel and our brand, right? In our podcast, that we have to be relatable and we want to reach so many people. So we were like, we also have to utilize our social media to record our podcast episodes, because the girlies love to be able to see and have the audio visual, right, at the same time. And then also doing the TikTok trending dances and skits and things like that, because we're like, that's such an awesome way to reach more people, to utilize our gift and creativity and relate to more people, right? It's just to be able to reach more. So when we started this, literally, I guess we can even call it Tuesday, because I think that's the day that we posted it. Right? We have a brandy.
Yeah, so the way that we like kind of do things is everything, like the TikToks, all that is recorded on Sundays. We just do everything on Sundays so that we have the whole week to post 1 to 2 videos through our social medias. So that's just how we get into it, basically.
Yeah, so we say that to say it was like, call it this past week Tuesday. So it's been all of 4 days. Okay, we posted a dance to Brandy sitting up in my room, viral or trending dance. For me, it was a no-brainer because I love Brandy. Somebody told me I looked like Brandy when I was 13 and I just lost it. And I believe that at that time, at around 13, 14 is when Sitting Up in My Room was out. I love that song. And so it was like no-brainer, we had to do it, right? Not even thinking. If you go back, New Vibe Tribe, go back on our social medias, not only go back on our podcast and listen to the episodes or watch the episodes so you can get to know us more, right? But also go back and look at some of the other dances. This was not anything out of the ordinary for anything that we've done. But we also want to bring this up because this is a message for y'all to whatever it is, if it's content creation, if it's a business, if it's a dream and a goal that you have, just do it. Just do it and keep doing it. And do it even more and apply pressure when no one's following and it feels like nobody's watching, right? Because, I mean, literally, guys, the last 4 days, it's like per 10 minutes, like 1,000 of people all over the place, all over the world. And it's the people that we want in the Vibe Tribe, people that are Kai's age. This is a multi-generational podcast. I'm a millennial mom and he is my Gen Z son, right? So it's people his generation and era. It's moms, it's grandmas, it's gays, right? I am a lesbian and he's gay, and you know, it just happened like that. We'll get more into that in a bit, but we say all that to say that we started this 4 days ago, guys, when we tapped back in and we were like, you know what, we're gonna put all of our stuff to the side, and even when we go through stuff, guys, we're still gonna tap in and we're still gonna stay committed for the come up, right? So we're gonna be here every Sunday, and we're gonna allow, you know, hopefully not too many, but when we do hit those rough patches or you don't feel like it, or your self-talk is not as great as it should be, right? Those are the times that you gotta apply pressure more, because guys, that thing went viral. It is still currently viral. And so we started at 220 followers on our IG page, which is...
So statistically now, we posted the video 6 days ago from
6
today.
days ago.
Which was Sunday. And that was our first video basically back. And obviously we didn't, you know, we've done numbers before, but not like how we did on this one.
Yeah.
And sometimes they say when you have a viral go, or when you have a post go viral, it's kind of just luck in a sense, or it's just, you know, the algorithm and all that. So the first one, we started out at 220 followers on our Instagram. Now we are at 623. Within the past 30 days, 86.5K people have viewed our profile.
86,500 for the people in the back. That's incredible.
So, and the one video that we went viral, or I guess went viral for, is it's literally just us two dancing to a Brandy song.
15-second clip.
Yeah, and then it's her saying she's the mom.
39 years old. Mm-hmm.
I'm the son, 21.
Mm-hmm.
And that video is currently sitting at 67.6K views with 1,533 likes, 124 comments, and 135 shares. And yeah, that's just... And then every video after that, it's been like, 2.9
numbers,
1K, 3K, and like it's just slowly growing. So yeah, there's been really good. There's been a lot of positive comments besides.
Yeah, we'll get into the positive because
yeah,
I'm so glad to say that we did it. Vibe Tribe, we went and are going viral. It's still happening. Numbers are going up every second, every minute, every day. And we're still just going to keep pumping out content. So it's not going to stop, right?
Mm-hmm.
What was I going to say? But also with that, there's so much just being on the internet, you're going to get negativity. It's not for the weak, okay? It is not for the weak. And it just trips me out that this video has gotten this much traction and attention, and really just love. But it also brought out the haters, the hate in general, and just negativity. I just, for the life of me, can't figure out why, of all the things that you can do with your time and day, you would take the time to write some of the things that people have said that you guys are never going to see because they are immediately blocked. No bars, right?
Yeah.
But yeah. So at the end of the day, it was still way more love, genuine love, and people who just get it. So that's the message, y'all. Keep applying pressure. Keep going hard for yourself. It's going to happen for you. Like, literally, if you don't stop, it's going to happen, because a winner never quits, and you never win if you do quit. So,
What is it called today? We just reposted a photo of one of our favorite girl groups, Flow. They viewed our story today. Rolling Ray, he's a comedian and a
y'all know. A lot of y'all probably know I am Rolling Ray.
He's a TV personality, a comedian.
We love him.
He liked our post. He viewed our story. And then just to go based off of like a few good comments we have like D_pretty one. She put heart eyes emoji. We have D_cleanly. He said your mom's skin is fire.
Oh, thank you.
Then we have one of our friends that we know, Miss Future _. She was saying, Kai, your curls, wait. And then she said she's there for us, and we were like, thank you. Just a few more. There's some people saying, no way, your mom is 39. She looks 21.
You guys look like twins.
Yeah, you guys are cute
as
hell.
We love your vibe. Oh my gosh.
Some people were saying how you guys relate to us because that's you and your kids.
I love that.
And that's how you guys are.
I love that. That's what we do it for. So remember why you started, especially on those tough days, y'all, because it's just, man, God is good. It just makes me, because, you guys, some of you know, I have my business outside of this. I've been doing my business for 10 plus years, 11 plus years, and I've had my social media for pretty much that whole time, and I've never seen response like this. Maybe that's because I do see, with it being a trending sound and dance, that's what people are looking for, right? We live in a microwave society. They want it quick. On my business page, I'm going to be talking straight, probably making some people uncomfortable. I talk about financial services, concepts, and things like that, but it's just such a trip. And that's another thing, guys. We pray for things. We have dreams. We have it all set up in our minds the way that we think it's going to go when it does manifest, right? And a lot of the times, it's not going to be the way that you think. It's going to be bigger and better, but it's not going to be what you think. So,
yeah. There's awesome. Just like a few more, like, Carol Connor, she said, stop it. They look the same age. What skincare is your mom using? We have another one. Y'all are fine as help. Absolutely beautiful. A mom, she said that she's 38 and her daughter's 22. Somebody said he stole your whole face. We literally get that all the time. People think we're sisters or we're twins. I don't really care. I look at either way.
That was my main thing. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. The first, one of the first comments I saw,
I think it's kind of obvious. Sorry. No, just to go off of what she was about to say. I just think a lot of the times it's like people don't really see the obvious. If you guys obviously see the word son above me,
I see, and I do think
and then
you
if
saw
you see
it.
the ages,
I think you
it's
saw
like,
it. I know you saw it because it's very
just,
bold.
that's
It's
just being,
it's right
yeah.
there. That's what I mean. That's what I was gonna say. So the mom and me, right? The first couple comments, I actually just hid them.
Yeah.
And then we got one that said, you know, like, ew, this is what happens when you're raised by a single mother. Where's the father? We had another one from, you know, really sad, a young black woman that said, you know, I thought, where's the son? I thought that was your daughter. Trump, come get this nigga. You know what I mean? Like, it's like wild. So on that one, I started to respond, and I was going to get petty because the mom in me is like, who raised you, right? Like, who raised you? Like, there is no need to even put that energy over here. And the great thing about it, I thought about it, and then I was like, you know what? No, we're just going to be blocking them immediately. I have it pop up on my phone. No excuses. So I'm just blocking it. Yeah, he gets it too. And then my immediate thing was, I'm not going to even allow it. We're just going to block it instantaneously, because the beauty of it is, everything is not what happens, but how you respond to it. Because I could have got in my feels. I could have got petty. You go low, we can go. I'll go with you, you know. I'm a Leo. I'm a
very
lion.
Stubborn. I like to get petty. I feel like I'm very petty, but I just choose. I have to.
And he was here for it too.
There was one comment. There was one comment that I was like, "You ate that? No shade. You ate that." They said. So in the caption. The caption was, "We're back. Did you miss us? Because we missed you." And they said, "No, we didn't." I was like, "You ate that." Because you ate.
So sad, a person from the Bay Area like me.
It was funny though. I wasn't even mad about it. It was just like the fact of like, you ate that, but you're still gonna get hidden no matter what. So there was no point.
Well,
I'm just like, y'all are just wasting your time.
Yeah, you're
for
wasting
two
your
people.
time.
It's like
and that's the beauty of it, guys. Like, especially now that we have been doing it since October 23, it was like, as I was writing it, and I actually did respond to them, some not nice stuff, and I immediately erased it and just was like, I blocked them, and I'm going to block everybody else that comes with that nonsense thereafter as well. But it was like, that type of stuff, like, we're both strong people. We're very strong people. Obviously, the lifestyles that we live, we understand that type of ignorance, negativity, and sometimes just downright hate is a part of the game, right? So that's fine. And luckily that we're strong and we know who we are, right? So that doesn't affect us. That doesn't move us in any way. But also, I know the mom in me, the person that's, you know, been from the bottom to the top, right? Like, and done it with those things from sometimes even the people closest to me, not that support that you imagine or you just know that you're gonna get, right? Is that I was like, in that moment, we have to just block it, because we're running right now. We're running for a vision that nobody else can see, and it's so important every day that we keep ourselves turned up and on the right path, right mind, right spirit, right vibes. And you may not address it, or you may not even acknowledge it, but if enough of that little negativity, it does take something out of you, even the strongest of people. And the platform that we're building, that's the beauty of social media, is that you also can't hide it, you can block it, you can report it, and all of that. So that's what we're going to do, and because there's just no place for it here. And we also want to put this out there because we want to show you, you know, because you guys are so been giving us so much love, and you know, just keep going, y'all, no matter the negativity, because it's just the love far outweighed any negative, and we know who we are, we know the truth. So to get into a little bit of our story, because that's what this all brought about, right? Yes, I was a single mother. I had Kai, my first son. I have him and his younger brother who's 13. And I had Kai when I was 17 years old. April of 2003. I was going to say 2023. Of 2003, I had him. I graduated high school in June. At that time, the show on MTV, as some of you guys may or may not know, they have a show,
Teen Moms.
Teen Moms, thank you. The name actually slipped me. And so I was like, wow, I feel like we should have been on that show, because our story is like, I come from a single mother. We are multicultural. We're Blasian, we're Hapa. We've shared a little bit of our background. You guys can go back through some of the other episodes or YouTubes and things like that. But I come from a single mother. And so I was like, man, when I was pregnant, essentially, long story short, my mom found out that I was pregnant on the way to the hospital. She went to sleep on a Sunday evening at about 10 o'clock. I actually had just returned home. I was working as a shift manager at our local KFC down the street, going to high school my senior year, right? So I had just got home, was getting ready for Monday. I had a 0 period, so I got up, left the house at like 5. I was driving. So honestly, like, my mom and I were missing each other. She commuted to work about 30-45 minutes away. But long story short, she found out that I was pregnant with him on the way. And I started to tell you guys, she went to sleep at 10 p.m. and she had woken up in the middle of the night to use the restroom, and I was still in her restroom at that point. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning. And at this point, I'm having contractions like every 3 to 5 minutes. I didn't tell anybody. No one knew. I didn't know how far along I was. I wasn't with his dad already at that point. I took it really personal, because I was like, oh my gosh, I mean, I can't even now, 21 years later, I can't really put into words like what I was thinking. But I didn't really have time to think. I was having these contractions. My mom comes in, is like, hey, I need to use the restroom. Why are you still here? What's going on? She can see the agony and pain on my face. And she had just told me, like, stand up, lift up your sweater. And then I didn't have any other symptoms. I actually still wore all of my same clothing. So on top of never going to like prenatal or appointments, I really didn't know how far along I was. So anyhow, the only symptom that I did have was that I had that pregnancy line that some of you guys may know about, right? Some women get a dark pregnancy line that obviously goes away after they're not pregnant anymore, but I did have that. So she's like, you're freaking pregnant. So we go to the hospital. We actually went to our local community hospital in San Bernardino, California, and it was very, very strange. There was no one in the emergency room, like no patients, and there was nobody working there. We were like, my mom would, I remember sitting in the chair and like, now the contractions are like every 2 minutes, 3 minutes tops. And we ended up going to the other community hospital down the street, which is where I ended up having him. And just like when we got there, they're asking me questions, and I'm like, I don't know, I can't remember. I've still had a period this whole time. I really don't know. And I was bleeding a little bit. Trigger warning. So they weren't sure if I was miscarrying or having a child. So we go up. By this time, it's Monday morning at about 4 going into 5 a.m. I had him at about 6:33. So they do a sonogram, and then I just hear a nurse say, we're having a baby. And I looked at my mom, and I was just like, no, there's no way I can have a baby. Like, I plan to go back to San Francisco, where I'm from, and go to a music conservatory, follow my dreams, and just, go with the wind. And I was like, I cannot. I was like, I maybe want to consider adoption. And
you guys are getting the real talk.
Yeah, this is the real talk. And so my mom was like, she's like, I understand how you could feel like that, but she's like, I could have did that with you. Side note, my mom is Chinese and Dutch, and she comes from a very typical Chinese background. And so when she had me at 19, single mom, wasn't with my dad, it's like history repeating itself, right? I'm like, damn. She's like, I could have did that with you. So I say all that to say she didn't have support. I was born actually in San Diego County, but I don't know anything about the City Vista or Oceanside, where she met my dad, and went to school in Escondido. In high school, she went to high school in Escondido. All I know is San Francisco. She just had me and taken me there and just built a life for herself. No college education, single Asian woman to a mixed baby, right? And so I was just like, I just remember that, and I looked up at her, and she just was like, I could have did that with you. So of course that like got me, and I was like, there's no way I could even, I'm just saying stuff right now because this is just a crazy moment for me, and us, and I watched her walk into the corner of the room while they were getting me all wired up to give birth to Kai, and I remember her calling her boss. It's like 6 a.m. at this point, Monday morning, and like, hey Maggie, I just want to let you know I'm not going to be coming into work today. Cass is having a baby right now. So she's like, what? We just saw her during Christmas. She's like, I know, girl, I don't know either, but gotta do this, and I'll talk to you later. And so that was that. I had Kai, never looked back. I never got back together with his dad. I did raise him for most of his life till he was about 10 years old when I met my partner, who's now my wife.
Yeah, now I'll kick in a little bit. Just to say,
Thank you.
Yeah, my dad, he was there.
Yes.
He was present. I'll say he was present, but he wasn't present at the same time.
Yeah,
so
I was just saying that.
Yeah. So pretty much everything that I've learned has always been from women in my life. I feel like the women in my life are the main ones that put me together to be the person that I am to this day. Yeah, I don't care. You guys may be like,
but that's good though, because
on the internet, you guys may seem as if like I'm very flamboyant, but the thing is, the crazy part is you guys don't really know me for the most of the part. It's just what I perceive to you guys online. So it's like I can understand where you guys be like, son, I don't see that. Like I look exactly like her. So you guys.
Well, I said that, and I wanted to share that too, because some of the comments that you guys won't know because they immediately got blocked, but that got me and was like, oh man, I want to respond to that with truth, right? I don't want misinformation. Well, the misinformation is never going to get out there because the comments are immediately blocked, but I want to stand in my truth. You know what I'm saying? And I want you to, if you're going to walk away with any type of opinion, I'm going to have that be based in fact, So that's what made me think, because some of the comments were like, oh, this is what happens when you're raised by a single mother. Where's the father at? He looks like her daughter, because he has on makeup or whatever. And I'm like, let me just tell you guys,
That's another comment. Somebody said, I bet he used to play in his mom's makeup. Actually, I'm self-taught. I learned a little bit from my aunt, but after all that, I learned by myself.
Period.
So I was self-taught, actually, and I still look the fuck good. Anyways, so, yeah, just to clarify, just to let y'all know. Yeah, and I'm only 21, so that's the crazy part, too, on top of that. So, anyways, what?
It's like, I just don't get it, like, I don't understand what your motive was in saying that. Like, do you see what's going on in the world? Do you see how when people are not strong, like how that can affect people? And it's like, don't care what people think, but you should care about what you're putting out there, because there's just no need for it. You don't know what that could do to him. You don't know what that does to me as a mother or as a parent.
Well, coming from us, she is a very strong mother. She does everything that she does.
And it doesn't affect me, just so you know. But I feel like I need to respond it for the people who can't handle it.
When I was in school, I was already bullied just for being, like, the tallest kid, the black kid, the gay one. Yeah, I already been through that. So any of these comments
there's nothing that you can say that hasn't already been said.
Exactly. So it's like, y'all can keep going. It's just automatically. It's literally.
Well, you're gonna be talking to yourself.
It's gonna literally just to put it into simple words with us is keep it cute or don't say nothing at all. Period.
Blocked. No bars. That's what we posted too. Like we're just not doing it. Like in 2025 and beyond. Like stand on it. Stand on it, y'all. Like if you're not, if something's not right with you, if somebody does something and you're getting a weird vibe and you're side-eyeing, like you need to pay attention to that. You know what I'm saying? And you need to choose to have boundaries that you don't receive that. You know, not even return to sender, but just I don't receive that. You're gonna have to put that somewhere else. To deal with me, you have to come a certain way because I'm gonna be a certain way. It's just.
Yeah, and
it's just the way it is.
And just to segue off of what she just said, it's like also within those like few comments, there's also the vibe tribe that keeps us like, you know, going in a sense. Because mind you, we're still growing. We went from 200 followers to almost 700 already in a matter of almost 4 days, we want to call it. So it's like, we just want to thank the ones that have been with us from the beginning that understand us who we are.
Thank you so much.
And we're obviously going to keep going for ourselves, but also for you guys, because, like, who knows?
No, we needed that. I'm going to be honest with you. I needed that. I needed that for, you know, my entrepreneurship. I needed that just for my being, for the mother in me, for everything, for the younger young girl in me, everything, for my inner child, all of that, right? You need that. And I know it's God. It's God that is like, I see you guys. I know what you've been through. I see the behind the scenes, right? And I know, like, I'm gonna do it for you. And so I know that we need, as people, we need those miracle moments, those God moments, just to give you a little more fuel to your fire to keep going another day and another day and another day. Because in the end, when people do blow up, when they do attain those dreams, when they do manifest whatever it is that they want, it's only going to be the people that were there rooting you on, clapping for you the whole time, that were like, I always knew that about you. I always knew that. That's all that matters. So
yeah, and just to say,
bless them and block them.
we are proof to keep going. And just to say, haters are really confused fans at the end of the day.
Period.
So it's like, just literally stay down for the come up.
Because you still commented on my stuff. You still sat there for the 15 second. You still mustered up and put out that energy, whether it was good or bad. And whether or not you do, we still went viral and are still gonna win. So yeah, bless them and block them. And y'all, I pray for you that you just get right and that you just can walk in love, because it's not good for your health.
And also,
it really isn't.
we eat hate, so that's probably why we look good as we are now. Because a lot of y'all clock that. Y'all say we look like twins. She looks the way she looks because I get it from her. Just plain and simple. I mean, it just makes sense if you're really thinking about it. But you really should have to think about
where I come from, what I've been through, what people have said. Like, there's nothing that any person can do.
Yeah, at the end
of the day, I'm not even like, I'm looking past you. I don't need the validation. I love the love, but I don't need the validation. I'm doing it. The only validation I need is from God, right? And I'm only in competition with my older self and myself. Period.
And that will say a lot about how much you love yourself if you're willing to break down the next person, even if you don't even know us. That's the crazy part.
That's so true.
That's the crazy part about it. It's like,
yeah, because of all the things that you can say and put out there. Like,
because I know I love myself, and I'm gonna still wake up the next day and continue to do the same thing that I do every single day. So you need to work on the.
And we're still gonna hit these dances. Period. In fact, we got a whole bunch more coming.
I have a little quote that I have in my Instagram bio that I think says a lot about who we are as a person, and I kind of live by this quote. It says, "Your energy speaks for yourself." So, with that, whatever energy you give off, that speaks volumes on yourself.
Keep it good and high frequency, man. Like, I don't know. I just...
Literally, just the gist of today, you guys. This is my mom, Kaz. I'm Kai. I'm the child here. We are a duo, right? We are multi-generational. We are doing our big ones. I put on makeup and I look good. She does the same thing. We're both in the LGBT.
You know what? Sorry, before I lose it, because you know I am a little older. If I don't, I will lose it. If I don't use it, I will lose it. I just want to say, yes, he does wear makeup. Yes, he is gay. Yes, I am gay. Whether or not that is the stereotype that because he was raised by a woman and around a lot of female energy is why he's like this, or because I ended up gay is why he's like this, or not, we'll never know. I want to let you guys know I am not the type of parent that is going to, at the ripe age of 21, when he was 18, it wasn't, okay, you're out of here, what are you going to do, putting him out into the world. I'm not doing that. And I'm also going to create, we've had these conversations so much off of camera and actually in previous episodes that we're in a different season right now. We're in a different season and we're sharing that with you guys. We're in a different season because he's always going to be my son, but I'm not a caretaker for him in the same way that I was when he was below the age of 18, right? And so as he became 18 and these things, and he was finding out about himself and he came out and he wanted to wear
Crazy part was I really didn't even have to. That's how you know I was already the person that I was already. I didn't have to come to them. I didn't have to come to them. You're definitely
one of those
members.
people, you know, like when people come out and you're like, everybody's like, girl, oh my gosh, no, don't feel no type of way. Welcome. I didn't have to do that.
I didn't have to do that because everybody already knew and already gave off their energy. So it was just like, I'm just
right. So that's that, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I was like, we have to share this because we are breaking generational curses, and not just in our own family, but in the culture of people saying that he's gay because I am. He's gay because he was raised by me, his sole provider. No. Sometimes, guys, you can just be born. Maybe that's just, you just don't know. Right? And I was going to say, when he did come out officially and I saw him wanting to, wear makeup and put on wigs and have a whole alter ego and really embrace and have his feminine side, which we all have, but a polar, if you're a woman, I have male energy, right? And men have some amount of female energy, and of course all those things, sure, exactly, yeah. Whatever you want to call it, of course, depending on what your experience and your environment was growing up, coming to be, of course those things have a lot to do with it.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna say it was all perfect with us. We've had our hard times. We've had our hard times. And
I wasn't happy about it, right? We can talk about it now. I gave him so much shit because I said it's not, because he's still, no matter what, first and foremost, he's my son. I'm his mom. He's my first son, right? That's not what I want for him, because I know. I had him and his brother, two different men, right? Naturally. And I'm now gay. I've been with a man for over 11 years, right? So I had to catch myself, because that's what the world will do. If you don't make clear boundaries and ideals for yourself, you will get sucked in. You will be moved at any pushing of anything different, right? And it's going to make you question yourself. And one thing that I did know is when I was raising him as a single mom and I didn't have anybody, you know, to kind of show me the way because nobody else around me was raising a son, right? In today's time.
Being a parent, there's no guidebook neither.
Right.
So...
Right. So I felt some type of way. I gave him so much shit about it.
Everything is always a lesson within itself. Like,
but
she's
also,
still learning.
Exactly.
She's growing, and I'm still learning.
But then I had to say, Kas, how can you judge him? How can you judge him? You're gay. You're not perfect. All I know, guys, is that God doesn't call the equipped. He equips the called. Right? The people who aren't perfect, the underdog, the outsider, right? The people who have had to fight their whole life, right? So that's why I was like, I have to share that. And it's like, and then now I don't care because ultimately he has to live that life, right? And this persecution, even in the past few days, the negative comments, you know, like, yes, he's strong, but it does hit you. They're like, oh, okay, you ate with that. You got me. Okay, cool. Blocked, right? But it does. That's why you have to control it or else it will control you. It will get into you and it will control you. And that's why I was going to say one thing that I do know, raising him now, looking back, and my mindset even during it was like, I want him to be whatever it is. I know I don't want him to repeat history of his family and his culture, those negative things that we don't love. There's some things that we do want to recreate, but there's some things that we don't. And we've already broken it. Maybe by being gay, maybe by being more in our feminine energy, whatever it is. But that's okay. And you know what? Now that we have transferred into a new season, I want to leave it with this. Now that we have went into a new season, I had to just catch myself and it's like, I want my son to go and flourish and I want him to do what makes him thrive. I don't want him to be in this life just getting by like so many people do. And if that looks different, if that makes people uncomfortable, if people hate you for that, because they're going to hate you for that when you glow, when you shine, when you're just in your truth unapologetically, they're going to hate it because it brings out what they don't have about that same thing in themselves, right? And I said, as we go into different seasons, this season and even different seasons when he, you know, he's still at home right now, God, thank God, you know, but when he goes off into his own life's journey and that includes leaving the nest, right? I want him to all be comfortable. I want him to want to come back. I want him to want to share these things with me. As hard as it may be to hear from my son, I want him to have a safe haven. And that includes taking out any judgment. And who am I to judge? And who are you to judge? So we want you to hear straight from the source. That's the real talk. That's the truth. That's what it is. And respectfully, we are putting ourselves out on this platform because we want to connect with the Vibe Tribe. We don't just say it, guys. We understand the connections that can happen here and the vulnerability of us being open with you guys. So if you have a question, ask. Respectfully, you know what I'm saying? You know, y'all know, you know right from wrong. Certain things, you know, I'm not going to put in a comment. And and to that, we did have a couple of people reach out directly, respectfully. Oh my gosh, I just want to let you guys know, don't care what nobody says. Like, keep doing what you're doing. I love it. Only been following you guys 2 days, and the vibe is just there. Like, it's giving me life. I followed you yesterday. I woke up today. You guys were the first video that I saw, and I'm on my way to work. Thank you. Keep doing what you're doing. A guy, you know, respectfully, Mom, you're beautiful. Are you single? No, I'm not. And I'm actually, he's a lucky man. No, well, actually, she's a lucky woman. Oh my gosh, respect. Amen. Thank you for having me here. Thank you for letting me know. Thank you for being respectful. You see? And he's a part of the Vibe Tribe now. So,
and I think the way that we're gonna end off this episode. Today was a really good episode. But the way that we're gonna end it off is the reason why we do this is because some people don't have the voices that we have to be able to talk about things that we talk about. Because maybe there's a whole nother teen mom that was going exactly what she was going through when she was her age. Or there's another black gay kid just like me who wants to do makeup that can't express that because they just can't in their own society, in today's society.
Yeah, their family's not accepting and all kind of things.
But honestly, just the thing that I live by every day is I say everything that happens is for a reason. Everything that happens for a reason, no matter if it's good or bad, everything happens for a reason. And there's no point there. We only live once. So do everything. Literally do you. Do whatever you want in that, whenever you can, however you can. You only live once. Everything happens for a reason, no matter if it's good or bad. And
do it with love. Do it with love, guys. Like, you don't just have to be a parent to be affected and by the fact that people are watching you. You don't have to. I'm telling you guys. And I'll share something with you guys a little more personal about me. I mentioned that I have my own business. Part of my financial services that I provide is that I provide the proper life insurance to people. I started my business 11 years ago. Yesterday I went to a funeral for my good friend that I actually worked with way before I thought about my business, years ago, right? And she was actually one of my first clients. She was able to sit down with me. She gave me a few minutes, some time to show her what I was doing. I didn't think nothing of it, but she was like, absolutely, I need that life insurance. Absolutely, I'll support you in everything that you're doing. I never thought that I would have to show up and deliver as her life insurance agent. But I'm so glad I did. As much as I would rather have my friend here, it's priceless. And it just, on top of going viral in the past few days, I'm just like, look at God. Like, literally, he will use you to be just a inspiration and to show people that it can be done. Like, I'm running and holding the door open. We're holding the door open so that everybody knows that you can run through it too. We're holding it open.
We all have emotions and everything. We're all
and respect. Like, you need that in this life. If you're really getting after it, if you really want more, if you're really willing to get after it and make it come to pass and manifest, you need people that are going to hype you up and keep you going along the way. That's what my friend was that we laid to rest yesterday. That's what she was, and she'll forever be. And I'm so glad. I'm so glad, as nervous as I was, as unsure and scared as I was starting the business at that time, that I still was walking in blind faith. That's all I know. That's all I've done all my life. When I was a single parent, in my life today, I walk blindly. I let God walk and show me the footsteps, and the next one will be revealed. So I hope you guys enjoyed this.
Take one day at a time. And but just to end off everything, you guys, we thank you guys for all the support that you guys have given us. We're growing every single day, and we're so thankful and so blessed for you guys.
Absolutely.
Welcome,
God bless you guys.
Welcome to the Vibe Tribe. If you're still here, True Vibe and everything. So this has been The Real Talk with
Kas
and Kai, and we'll see you guys on the next episode. Have a good night.
Yes, till then, y'all, tell a friend to tell a friend. We're back. We're not going nowhere, and it's Vibe Tribe to the world. Bye.
See y'all later.